It's been a bumpy ride on Married at First Sight for Kristen Collins and Mitch Silverstein, but the lows have made the highs all the more entertaining for MAFS fans. MAFS Season 15 experts have credited the season for putting together a cast that's truly ready for marriage. MAFS's Alexis Mitchell, who has great style, and Lindy Ellaway spoke highly of how Kristen embodies the idea of a wife. However, while the MAFS Season 15 cast and experts have been diplomatic about Kristen and Mitch's tumultuous dynamic, the fans are ready to lay in on Mitch. While good-intentioned, Mitch has centered himself throughout his MAFS journey, and Kristen, and the MAFS fans, are a little fed up with him. Reese Nick from Twitter wrote, "I don't understand how a man who has been getting his way with Kristen all season always feels like he's being controlled. Make it make sense, Mitch." Mitch is a man who is used to defining his own life. In his former bachelor life and career as an environmental policy advocate, he's been rigid in his goals in life. This hasn't left him much room to step into Kristen's shoes on MAFS, though he does try. It hasn't been enough, and Kristen, the best MAFS wife, blew up at Mitch after repeatedly mentioning his attraction to her in a one-on-one conversation with her sister. Kristen blew up and didn't regret expressing herself. Married at First Sight fans want Kristen to call Mitch out. However, she did apologize for how she communicated her exasperation. Brianna Hod chimed in, "Kristen should not be apologizing to Mitch. He's not used to being held accountable, and her apologizing in this situation has Mitch now playing victim." While Kristen's intentions were good to keep the relationship moving forward, it did leave space for Mitch to not fully take accountability for how he wasn't stepping up in all the ways he could. Steve Moy from MAFS Season 14 also complimented Kristen's imitation of Mitch. Steve, who split from Noi Famasak, knows firsthand how difficult MAFS can be. He tweeted, "Kristen killed it with this Mitch impression tonight," followed by several skulls and laughing emojis. The prank concocted by Kristen and Alexis was probably the best yet, pointing out how ridiculous and self-involved Mitch can be. At the end of the day, most MAFS fans can see that Mitch isn't severely intentioned. Instead, he needs more individual and relationship counseling. Many MAFS cast members learn a lot about themselves by watching the season back. If Mitch's laughter at Kristen's interpretation of him is any indication, he is probably taking things in a whole new way watching MAFS Season 15 back. Hopefully, the next time he joins the MAFS after party with Keisha Knight Pulliam, Mitch can give more details on how he's grown throughout the process. The MAFS cast can't expect their new partner to change who they are, but they can expect everyone to change and grow over time. Kristen would have given up on Mitch a long time ago if there wasn't a possibility of him evolving into a slightly more self-aware man. Married at First Sight airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Lifetime. Sources: Steve Moy, Twitter; Brianna Hod, Twitter; Reese Nick, Twitter.